Hey, this is Nate. Welcome to my first proper gear review, and today I'll be reviewing the Electro-Harmonix B9 organ machine. So as the name implies, this pedal makes your electric guitar sound like an organ, but the twist is that you actually get 9 different varieties which are controlled by this selector knob, so you can basically pick the parameter you want, and they're listed on the pedal for reference. The effects range from subtle to pretty wacky, so you can get a lot of variety of tones out of this pedal. There are 4 major knobs here. The mod and click knobs sort of control the settings of a particular effect. What I've found is the mod knob sort of basically just increases the depth or the level of a particular effect's tone, and the click knob sort of controls like the percussive qualities of the sound. So in general, I found that raising the click gives you more of a staccato feel, and if you're looking for more fluid passages, turning the click down helps. You can blend the levels of your dry guitar signal and the organ effect with these 2 knobs, and the pedal also has a dedicated output for only sending the dry signal. You can split to another amp, otherwise you would just use this output that sort of just outputs the mix of the dry and wet signal. So you probably want to hear what it actually sounds like more in depth, so I'm going to now demonstrate some of my favorite settings. Okay, so now for some general info. I bought the pedal from sweetwater.com, and the cool thing is that they send you like a little primer with tricks for the B9. So here's some useful tips. It's like from their primer, and then also what I've discovered. So number one is the pedal works better when you use the bridge pickup of your guitar. I guess it helps with clarity, especially when you're playing in the upper register. The pedal also works best as the first effect in your signal chain, and it doesn't work as well in the effects loop of your amp, so keep that in mind. It comes with a 9-volt power adapter, like its own separate one, but you can, daisy chain it off something like a one spot. The plug is the same as, pretty much any Boss or Ibanez type pedal. I've found that this pedal tends to work best when your amp is on a clean setting. You can maybe dial in like a little bit of overdrive to get some grit, but heavy distortion doesn't seem to work very well. So keep that in mind. And finally, the tracking is good, but it's not fantastic, but that might have something more to do with the sloppiness of my playing. So I found that especially when you play in the higher register, it's harder for the pedal to track what you're doing. And if you're used to playing with a very light touch when you have distortion, I don't know, you may hear a lot of ghost notes and stuff like that. So if anything, the pedal would encourage you to actually practice and be a little more accurate with your playing. You might have better luck transposing your licks to a lower register and then using one of the pedal settings that generates an octave up. So I think setting number 1, fat and full, or maybe even the cathedral setting would do that. But anyway, all in all, I would say the B9 is a pretty good sounding piece of gear, and it definitely opens up a lot of tonal possibilities that you just wouldn't be able to get from anything else. So if you're stuck in a rut just trying to compose, or you want to fill out your band sound without hiring a keyboard player, I'd recommend checking it out if you can test it out at a music store or something. It's pretty good. So I hope that was helpful, and maybe there'll be more gear reviews in the future.